some really great insights about it and thoughts and feelings, and as a leader, people really look up to you.
Yeah, you know, I actually only got on Twitter 2 years ago. This is really kind of crazy, because the month Twitter came out, I think it came out in 2006. I think it was 2006. Eric Busby, who was the head of our tech team here at Saddleback, begged me to get on it. Now, Eric has been starting, most people don't know, Saddleback was the first church on the internet. 1992. 1992. Yeah, it was before there was Netscape, before Internet Explorer, we were using Mosaic, FTP, and Gopher. We were using Mosaic, FTP, and Gopher. We had a little Mac, and we were the first church in the universe to be on the internet. So we've always kind of been at start that the month that iPhones came out, I mean not iPhones, but iPods came out, I bought one for every staff. Wow. The month they came out, years ago, I said we're going to use these for training. And actually we've always tried to be on the front edge of technology. In 1981, when I think the first fax machine came out, the Saddleback was 0, I started a thing called the Facts of Life. And it was business advice, and I sent it out every week, and it went to like a couple 100,000 people. But he begged me to be on Twitter, because this is going to be a really big thing. And I said, I can't think of anything that sounds more narcissistic. You know, to tweet, I just ate a burrito and farted. You know? Why should you care that I ate a burrito and farted? Okay, it really shouldn't matter to you. But I was actually doing a funeral one day for somebody pretty well known up in the Hollywood area, and I was talking to the other guy who was doing it with me, and he goes, I'm on Twitter. I said, you got to be kidding me. I didn't expect him to be on. He goes, I use it to mentor. I thought, well, that's a great idea. So I started. Let me give you a little tip. I use this whether I'm writing a book, whether I'm preparing a speech, or whether I'm writing a tweet or anything else. First place, write type. Okay.
Amen.
Twitter really is a good thing to teach you how to be a good writer, because you write type. When I was writing Purpose Driven Life, I spent 7 months, 12 hours a day, and most of that time I was shrinking the sentences. If I had it in 17 words, how can I say it in 10? If I had a 10-word sentence, how can I say it in 5? So I was born for Twitter, because I'm always trying to shrink it, write type. The other thing you need to know about any form of communication is right back here at the base of your skull is called the reticular activating system. It's the RAS. You can look this up in any brain book, any Wikipedia or anything like that. The RAS, the reticular activating system, is the filter that determines what gets your attention. It's called the RAS, the reticular activating system. And God graciously put a little filter in your mind so you don't go crazy, so you don't have to respond to every stimulus. For instance, stop for just a minute. Can you hear that hum? Yeah. You're hearing because I told you to focus on it. But you had already blocked it out. Okay? You block out stuff every day. And the RAS does that for you automatically. Only 3 things get your attention. Write this down. 3 things get your attention. Things we value, things that threaten us, and things that are unique. That's the only 3 things that get your attention. Study after study has shown this. Things we value, things that threaten us, and things that are unique. If a guy ran through here naked, that would be unique. It would get your attention. Okay? If all of a sudden you heard bombs exploding outside, that would be fearful. That would get your attention. But really, if you want to get people's attention, you just talk about what they're interested in. Things they value. As a pastor, I don't believe in fear evangelism. That lasts about as long as the fear does.
Amen.
So I don't try to scare people out of hell or into heaven. Or I don't even try to be unique. If you try to be unique, the problem is every week you have to have a bigger gimmick. Gimmicks don't last. Okay, you eventually run out of them. But if you deal with stuff people are interested in, this week, Monday and Tuesday, I was speaking at Royal Albert Hall in London. I spoke to members of Parliament Monday night in a Bible study, and then Tuesday, all day, I spoke 5 times at Royal Albert Hall. Business leaders and things like that. And I was telling them that if you'll just understand not what's going to change, but what's not going to change, you'll know what to talk about. For instance, in 10 years, nobody knows what society is going to be like in 10 years. All these futures, they're just guessing. Nobody could have predicted 9/11. Nobody could have predicted a 5-year recession. And nobody knows this stuff. But what we do know is some things that aren't going to change. 10 years from now, people are still going to get married. People are still have babies. People are going to still get depressed. They're going to feel guilty. They're going to have fears. They're going to have worries. They're going to have doubts. They're going to have interests. And if you deal with the stuff that are unchanging, you will always have an audience.
Did you love that? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Rick, can you come up here for one more question? Just dying to know, with that many followers,
Yeah.
do you use a tool? How do you manage all of that? What do you do?
Yeah.
I know we all deal with negative people, trolls, mean people, I'm sure.
Right.
You've had to deal with that before. Can you just...
Well, was it Reggie or, yeah, Reggie, the guy next to you? Justin talked about always take them offline. Okay? Always take them offline. Don't ever argue with people publicly. That doesn't help. And really, the best way to deal with people is to not defend yourself. As I just said. Just take the blow. If you're a leader, leaders absorb the pain. People say stuff about me every single day I could get upset about. Okay? Some of you have. It doesn't bother me. So what? I mean, it's like, if I like me and God likes me, you don't like me, what's your problem? And really the attitude is don't react. Whatever you resist persists. Put your hand out here. Put your hand out. Okay, now I'm going to push. See, you're pushing. You're pushing. The reason why he pushes is because I'm pushing at him. We always push back. That's the natural thing to do, is to push back. Don't do it. And so there's too many good things on the internet to worry about the trolls. Just don't worry about it. They are the water spiders on the pond of life.
Great advice. So let's give it up for Pastor Rick Warren, everybody. Thank you so much.
Do you automate anything? Do you automate, Pastor Rick?
No, absolutely not. In fact, I forbid anybody to tweet for me. And I don't automate every single tweet. I have if you get a tweet at 3 a.m. in the morning, it means Rick's up at 3 a.m. in the morning. And people, in fact, a lot of times I do tweet all through the night. People go, well, when do you sleep? And I said, during my sermons.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Pastor Rick, everyone.
It's very natural. This is the magic of social media. Things just happen and we go with it. The other thing that we're going to go with before lunch is the voting. We're going to do